in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, where we've got plenty of clouds and very mild temperatures right now. Started the morning off in that low 60-degree range, and currently we're looking at 65 at the airport. It is 64 here at Radio Center. Downtown Midland is at 64. Downtown Bay City is looking at 64 degrees as well. A southwest breeze at 10, 30.09, and steady is the barometric pressure. We do have a high pressure system that's off to the southeast of Michigan, and that's the reason why the barometer is where it is, and it is forcing a series of low pressure systems to take a little bit more of a northeasterly course once they move into the central part of the continental United States, actually north central, because we're looking at Iowa and southern Minnesota, where a number of these lows have been tracking over the past couple of days. So northern Michigan's been picking up precipitation, but for us here in the Great Lakes Bay area, it's been traces, maybe a tenth of an inch here and there, and that's been about it. Right now, if there is any precipitation, it is over in Michigan's thumb. This hour, Bad Axe is reporting some light rain. We're also looking at southwestern parts of the state, where Benton Harbor, Big Rapids, Coldwater, Holland, South Haven, all of them are reporting rain shower activity as of right now. All of that shower activity is moving in a northeasterly direction, so the chances of it hitting us in the Great Lakes Bay area aren't that good, but still, there is going to be the chance of a stray sprinkle or a shower hitting us as we go through the remainder of the day. But the best chance of measurable amount of rain, as it has been, is going to be in northern Michigan, and some of it, traces of it, moving through Michigan's thumb. Over the last 24 hours, the Sioux reported 2/3 of an inch, Alpena looking at a half inch, Houghton Lake, though, only about 1600ths, but Pellston, they recorded more than 2 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, and Traverse City, about an inch and a third at the airport there over the last 24 hours. Beulah looking at just under 1.2. Charlevoix looking at 1.4 inches of rain. But then East Tawas only 3/100ths. Engadine looking at a little bit better than 9/10 of an inch. Gaylord just under an inch of rain. But then Gladwin just barely a trace, 2/100ths. That was it. Harrisville looking at 2/10 of an inch. Kalkaska, again, the further north you get and the northwest side that you get, the heavier amount of precipitation. Kalkaska just under 1.4 inches. Old Mission looking at more than an inch. As we said, Petoskey, they were looking at, about 1 3/4 inches of rain. Pellston, though, as we said, was looking at more than 2. Standish, 3/100ths of an inch. Traverse City, a couple locations other than the airport, looking at almost 1.5 inches of rain. West Branch coming in at 1/1500ths of an inch. So what are we going to be looking at over the next few days? A couple of low pressure systems affecting our weather. There is a low right now that's over western Quebec province, and that's the reason why we're seeing whatever precipitation there is in the eastern part of the Upper Peninsula. And all that activity is moving away from us. A second low pressure system currently over southern Minnesota. That's the one that's generating the rain shower activity in northern Michigan right now, has been. And we're also seeing some isolated showers moving through now the Tawas area, the mouth of Saginaw Bay, and clipping the northern part of Huron County. And then there's a third one, which is currently situated over Idaho. That one is going to be moving in our direction, and it will affect our weather as we get closer to the weekend. But we're not looking for that one to ruin our Saturday. As a matter of fact, Saturday right now doesn't look like too bad of a day Well, actually, I should say more along the lines of it'll be okay, but it's going to be chilly. Our temperature on Saturday will get right around 52 degrees, but at least there'll be partly cloudy skies, so you shouldn't have to worry about any rain shower activity. So the forecast, what are we looking at? Clouds and temperatures pretty much where we are right now. As I said, we didn't really drop off all that much, and we are going to be looking at those temperatures hovering around 60 tonight. Sun will set this evening at 6:38, rise tomorrow morning at 8:04. Tomorrow, 72 for a high, cloudy, showers around. The best chance of rain shower activity tomorrow, once again, will be northern Michigan. And if we do get any precipitation here in the Great Lakes Bay area, it's going to be in the morning. That low pressure system over southern Minnesota is going to be moving through the northern part of the lower peninsula during the day tomorrow. Friday, some clouds. There is going to be the chance of seeing some scattered shower activity, especially in the morning. As we go through the afternoon, there possibly could be enough clearing to see some sun on Friday. Our temperature is going to respond rather nicely. As I said, 72 for a high tomorrow and only dropping down to about 65. And then on Friday, 70 degrees for a high, 47 for a low on Friday night. With that glimpse of sun, the reason why we're seeing that cooler temperature is because there are going to be some breaks in the clouds. Partly cloudy skies on Saturday, 52 for a high. And then Saturday night, early Sunday morning, the clouds will be moving in. And once again, there is going to be the chance of seeing some shower activity, especially as we get close to sunrise on Sunday morning. Sunday promises to be a wet, cold day. Shower activity around on Sunday. Temperatures will get just barely above 40 degrees. We're looking for a high temperature of 42. And then Sunday nights, we're going to be looking at a temperature of 32 with precipitation. So the chances of some ice or some snow showers are increasing as we get into Sunday night and early Monday morning. Monday looks like it's going to be a partly cloudy day, but getting close to the evening hours, there will be a chance once again of some shower activity. Temperatures will get into the middle 40s for a high on Monday, but then Monday night with a chance of rain, snow mix, 28 for a low on Monday night. Then Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, Halloween day, temperatures in the low 40s. A pretty good chance of seeing some precipitation, and it will be mixed with some snow flurries and snow shower activity. The warmest day ever for November the 25th was set in 2012. 80 was our high, 67 was our low. The coldest ever was on 1962 on November the 25th. Our high was 36 and our low was 31. Record high in the state is 79, 80 degrees. That was set back in 2012. The record low, 22, set in 1960. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Cody Harris, along with Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Cody's with Star of the West. But before we get to him, we want to tell you the weather forecast today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. They are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. You can reach their agents directly on their cell for questions or emergencies, Or you can call the office right in downtown Reese at 989-868-4722. It's all about being prepared. Protect yourself against the bad. Take advantage of the good. Risk management. Available now at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. We say good morning to Cody Harris over at Star of the West. And Cody, last time I looked before I went on the air, I didn't know if you wanted to do the report or not.
It's definitely been a dismal couple of days in the grain markets here, Terry, for sure.
I was looking at a lot of red here just before we went on.
Yeah, and it's mostly has to do with we got some weather kind of moving in. That's definitely helping out that wheat crop out west, and progress has really kind of moved along the last week or so, especially out in the I-states and that kind of western corn belt, and even down in kind of Ohio, Indiana, and even in here in Michigan, we got some work done, it seems like, in the field. So that's kind of taking a little pressure off these markets, it seems like, the last couple of days. But kind of diving right into it right now, we got cash wheat that's down 11 cents here this morning, 5.29 on the white, 4.59 on the red. New crop 2024 wheat that's down 9, 6.18 on the white, 5.43 on the red. Looking over at cash and new crop corn, that's down 5 at 4.09. And then look over at soybeans, cash and new crop soybeans are down 9 at 12.06.
Little harvest pressure, huh?
Oh, yes. That's kind of what's dominating the news here. It seems like it's kind of this time of year, that's about the only news, unless there's some international news or, everyone's still keeping an eye on the Israeli-Hamas conflict. And we did have some Chinese delegates come over here earlier this week, and they did sign some frame contracts to maybe buy some other ag products from us. Frame contracts are basically non-binding letters of intent to buy, so there's really hasn't been any confirmation on that, but that's something definitely keep an eye on. But for sure, harvest pressure in this weather is what we're keeping an eye on right now.
All righty, Cody. You have a good day. All righty, we'll talk to you again.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Cody Harris over at Star of the West. A little bit more in depth now. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The new Ram truck inventory is in at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. 2023, the heavy duties, they're still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a dealer, a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now's the time to stop by Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars, and by Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. And now they've got 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Good morning, Doug Klein. What are we looking at?
Well, we got a whole lot of things going on here. There was a build in the diesel fuel arena, the heating oil, so that's down about 4 cents. That's lagging that gasoline by quite a bit. Obviously, still almost 70 cents higher than gasoline. So that's got room to rally down, if you ask me. Google had their earnings, and they were not so good, so they're down $12.80. Microsoft had their earnings, and they were pretty good, so they're up $8.33. So it's got the stock market fairly mixed today. What else is going on? Oh, those 6 viruses I told you about China had, it's not true. They got 8. So
who's counting?
But 6, 8, potato.
Exactly.
Oh man! And Newsom is meeting with Xi over there in California.
Yeah, you do get them all mixed up, don't you?
Right? Don't you though?
Yeah.
And so they're gonna probably try to fix up San Francisco. They said they had a quorum of billionaires that are going to get together and put it back together the way they want it to be. So, gee, who saw that coming? God, it just amazes me. But anyway, here's your numbers. The December corn 478.5, down 5.5. The March corn is 493.25, down 4 3/4. The November soybeans 1287, down 8 1/4. March soybeans 1319 3/4, down 6 1/4. December wheat 571 3/4, down 8 3/4, and March wheat is 598 1/4, down 9 1/4. The crude oil is fairly steady, 83.52, down 22 cents. Heating oil is 292.39, that's down 4 cents. Gasoline is 224.94, that's down 0.3 of a penny. Natural gas is $3.60. That's up 4.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.3764. That's up 27 ticks. The yen is flat. The dollar buys 149.90 yen. The euro's at 105.91, up 3 ticks. The dollar's at 106.27, up 8 ticks. Gold is at $19.89, up $2.90. Silver's $22.93, down 18 cents. And platinum's at $911.50, up $21.90.
Take a deep breath.
I know. In
Tomorrow,
5 minutes, it'll all change.
Tomorrow will be a different day.
It will be. Yep.
I don't know if it'll be any better, but it'll be a different day.
Yep.
Doug, take care.
Okay, yep.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Lots more coming up. Jerry Samolsky from Bay Landscaping and Garden Center right around the corner. And Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. All of that, but first this.
Like you, we never settle. There's more sugar. In fact, better sugar in every seed we sell. For more than a century, we put innovation to work in the service of growers who plant Crystal brand sugar beet seed. With varieties developed especially for your growing area, you can be confident your success is always our top priority. This season, and for seasons to come, choose a seed partner who shares your priorities.
The beauty of a family farm is that everyone pitches in to get things done. There is nothing like the smell of a sugar beet field during harvest or a meal served off the tailgate of a pickup. This is Jeff Karst, your ACH Seeds representative, with a friendly reminder to keep safety a top priority this harvest season. Please encourage your crews to be cautious with field work and drive safely as they deliver this crop. You've built an impressive legacy, one that is certainly worth protecting. Thank you for your continued business again this year.
ACH Seeds, growing with you.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. There's a lot of questions out there. A lot of growers are trying to get as much done as they possibly can when the windows are open for Mother Nature. But you got to be scouting those fields and finding out what you're running into. Might be a really good idea to get a hold of Vic Huffer at Freeland Bean and Grain. He's a certified crop advisor. He's not only going to tell you what you've got in the field, but what you could have in the field come next spring. Check them out. Serving you since 1983, Freeland Bean and Grain, where serving you is their business. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. Predictability in farming is next to impossible until now. Pivot Bio provides a more reliable, more predictable source of nitrogen. Pivot Bio delivers nitrogen directly to the plant throughout the growing season. Because it adheres directly to the root, the Pivot Bio doesn't wash away in the rain. Plant more predictability next season with Pivot Bio. Learn more by contacting Don Morris, 989-239-2791, or Allie Morris at 989-780-3770 to get Pivot Bio products working on your operation next year. We say good morning to Jerry Samolsky. Jerry, what should we be doing?
Terry, this is going to sound like a broken record, but we're going to talk about, again, mulching those leaves up in your lawn. Every place I go, the Michigan State websites, Ohio State, Cornell, all recently putting out mulch those leaves up. It's good stuff for you. It's good for the turf. We know adding organic to the soil is a good thing. And that's what leaves are. They break up and they'll get down in there. They'll do the job that they should be doing. Way back when Mother Nature doesn't come and rake up the leaves in the forest. I mean, it's good things to have them there. And so if we can chew them up, put them back in, we're going to do great things.
All righty. Good advice. Jerry, take care. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Over to the Michigan Bean Commission we go. Joe Kramer, we say good morning to you. What are we looking at right now, Joe?
Terry, I just wanted to comment on the dry bean performance trials that everybody should have gotten in their mailbox this week. If you didn't get a copy, they're on our website. You can download a PDF there. But great work by Scott Bales. He's got a ton of yield information in there from across all of his research plots. And in a somewhat tight seed environment, it might be a good idea to take a look at those and make some decisions. Talk to your seed supplier.
Well, that sounds like a great idea. Again, those came out this week?
Yep, they should have hit mailboxes earlier this week, and again, they're on the website if you didn't happen to get a copy in your mailbox.
All right, Joe. Thank you. We'll talk to you again.
Yep.
Joe Kramer with the Michigan Bean Commission. We'll be right back.
Beta Seed is known for an all-star lineup of experts, breeders, technicians, and scientists around a single goal, your continued success. This is Rob Gerstenberger reminding you that Beta Seed works hard to understand your challenges, goals, and opportunities. We have varieties bred to maximize tonnage and sugar while also managing disease, all developed and refined in your local grower fields. We know that you manage a lot of variables, but your Beta Seed team remains focused on one, grower satisfaction. Let me know how we've done and how we can build the next generation of seed together.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor.
Why do I go by Shaw? Shaw stands for skilled hands at work.
And he lives up to the name as he uses his versatile tractor to
make my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R to
do both vegetables and my flowers. It's exciting, putting yourself out there, learning something new.
And with a long list of easy-to-attach implements, ranging from a front loader to a box blade and backhoe, they both can make
the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-Series tractor for just $130 per month at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2315.
Contact one of Tri-County Equipment's 11 locations in Auburn Hills, Bad Axe, Birch Run, Burton, Caro, Fenton, Lapeer, Marlette, Reese, Saginaw, or Sandusky, or visit Tri-County Equipment online at tricountyequipment.com.
Bill Webster with Nutrient Ag joining me right now. And Bill, what should producers be talking about?
Well, the weather's not been very kind for harvest, but we will get there. We've had these type of falls before. They need to maintain their safety during harvest. As we're running late, people tend to get rushing, and they shouldn't. And then think about next year's inputs and stuff, even though that's the farthest from what they want to think about at the moment. They're trying to get harvested crops. So,
what about these inputs? Are they available right now, Bill? Is it a good time to be picking those up and applying them?
Yeah, I think fall fertilizer is taking a little bit of a hit because we can't get the crops off, but the price isn't half bad right at the moment. Seed orders, you need to get your seed orders in because the best stuff gets sold out fast. So those are things they need to be thinking about, even though they're worried about getting this year's crop off.
Yeah, if it's on the shelf, you better pick it up.
Yeah.
I guess. Bill?
Or get it ordered.
Yeah. And again, for more information, if folks want to consult with you, they can get a hold of you. How do they do that?
Just get a hold of their local nutrient location. And then if they've got questions or whatnot, that person's crops consultant can send me a message or give me a shout.
All right. Bill Webster, we appreciate it. You take care. All right.
Okay. Yep. Thanks, Terry.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the premier kitchen and bath gallery studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. The UN says more fuel is needed in Gaza or the relief operation could stall. Avril Benoit of the group Doctors Without Borders says hospitals in Gaza are at a breaking point.
A young boy, 9 years old, who had a partially severed foot that needed to be amputated. There was no anesthesia. The anesthetist could do little than give him a sedative, a mild sedative. They've got him on the floor, and they are trying to keep the child calm while performing the surgery with the family all around.
CBS's Ian Lee says Israel insists Hamas has plenty of fuel to spare in Gaza.
Israel says that about 130,000 gallons of fuel are in those tanks, and they say that Hamas should be sharing it with the people of Gaza. Now, there's no way that we can independently verify how much fuel is actually inside Gaza.
Two U.S. officials say Israel has agreed to delay its ground invasion of Gaza to allow for talks on the hostages held by Hamas. President Biden at the White House today with Australia's Prime Minister.
I look forward to discussing how we can work together, supporting Ukraine in the face of Russia's bitter aggression, and to stand with Israel in the wake of Hamas's appalling terrorist attacks.
A House vote expected today on Mike Johnson's bid to be the next Speaker. CBS's Scott McFarland.
Being a lower-ranking member of leadership kind of immunizes him from the concerns that leadership isn't listening to the rank and file. There have been any number of House Republicans who've told us they want a change agent in this job, so the lower profile may serve him well.
Former federal prosecutor Scott Frederickson says word that former Trump chief of staff Mark Meadows is cooperating in the federal election investigation is key.
This is a huge breakthrough for the special counsel's prosecution. The dominoes are indeed starting to fall one after another, and this puts even more pressure on those who are still facing charges.
The estranged son of the police chief in Nashville is dead. CBS's Jim Krasula says he's been sought in connection in the shooting of two police officers.
38-year-old John Drake Jr. apparently shot and killed himself as police closed in on him in an outbuilding. His mother, Valerie East, had made a public plea to him.
Just want him to turn himself in so he'll be okay. I'd rather see him locked up than me having to bury my son. I don't want to have to do that.
The two officers who were allegedly shot by Drake were investigating a report of a stolen car outside a dollar store. One was treated and released. The second is hospitalized in stable condition.
It's a mixed bag on Wall Street. The Dow is up 27 points. NASDAQ is down 233. This is CBS News.
If you need to hire, you need Indeed, because Indeed's all-in-one hiring solution helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.